Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. Today I'm going to be making beef pappardelle. I'm going to pull up the ingredients on ChatGPT right now. So ChatGPT, beef pappardelle pasta recipe in pressure cooker. I also have got a Ben & Jerry's from the store for dessert. And yeah. When I was buying the ingredients from the store, I felt like a white mom from like the movies, or like a Disney show or something, because I was buying celery, pasta, I think this is thyme, and then I also bought onions, chicken, beef broth, and chuck roast. So, and I was also carrying it in a paper bag, so it kind of felt like the movies. My stove is also filthy right now, and so is the sink. There's actually a lot of dishes in there. So I'm gonna wash those and I'll be right back actually. Okay, so I don't remember if I said in the last clip, but I'm gonna be leaving the light on for the rest of this because cooking in the dark is gonna be a pain in the ass. My mom left her rice in here and I need to clean the stove as well. So yeah, but we'll get into it soon. Also, my dog Millie is here. Millie, say hi. She's not gonna be helping me cook because she's a dog and she can't do that. You can actually see her in the whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna put on my mom's 200% polyester apron. That way I don't stain my clothes. I don't know if this is gonna serve as like a instruction guide or anything. So we'll see. This is my first time making it, but you could probably follow along, and it'll be probably the same. Also, I probably should have clarified. This is gonna be I'm gonna be making this in a pressure cooker. Is my camera dirty? I think my camera might have been a little dirty. Okay, so either way, here I have my cutting board, and we're gonna cut up the meat and sear it. Take your knife and just cut it up. So we're gonna use this knife from I don't know where, and we're gonna cut this chuck roast so that I can sear it on the stove. So here we have it. It's 1.9 lbs. Meaning pounds, if you're watching this from the UK or anywhere that uses the metric system. I don't know what it translates to in, is it kilograms that they use over there? I don't know. Here we go, I'm cutting into chunks and we're gonna seal them off. One thing I did forget to do was pat it down before I started cutting into it, but it should be fine anyways. Alright, so here I have pepper corns that I got from Costco. And I'm just going to crush these in here. I don't really think it matters all too much how much I put in, as long as they're all covered. We do want them to get a good crust. I was going to take too long, so instead I'm going to use this McCormick ground pepper. I hope this video is entertaining. I forgot that I had short rib in the fridge, so I guess like now it's dry aged. I don't know if you could call it that. It has like that dark crust on it. I should probably throw this away. I'm throwing it away. Stainless steel is heated up. We're gonna throw a blend of extra virgin olive oil and canola oil. They actually scammed me at Food for Less because I thought this was just straight up olive oil, but if you look, it actually says extra virgin olive oil blend, meaning it has canola oil in it. I believe it's like I looked it up. Like I think these types of, yeah, you can see right here. The first ingredient is canola oil, meaning it's the most prominent ingredient in this blend. So I hope this is professional enough. I know how to cook. Oh shit, it's smoking. I know how to cook. Oh my god. Okay, now that the meat is seared off, it's gonna look something like this. Hopefully you can see the browning of that. It's not fully seared on all sides, it's just enough for flavor. Now using that same cutting board, it's saying to cut 1 onion, 1 carrot, and 1 celery stalk. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. I actually don't know if we're blending the sauce, but I'm gonna cut the onions like really fine because I just feel like it. Alright, you know what? I think I'm blending the sauce. I'm not gonna cut them that fine. Okay, onions in the pan. We're gonna let those caramelize a little bit. And now I'm gonna cut the celery and the carrots. I think I might have used a bit too much onion. but we'll see how it turns out. Also, the pan is black. These are some carrots that my mom bought. They might actually be no good because this thing is like brown at the top, but we'll make it work, hopefully. Jesus. What are you barking at? Alright, so Millie was barking at absolutely nothing. Now I'm going to add the meat. If anyone who lives in the Inland Empire in Southern California would like to be my cameraman, I can't pay you, but you can get all the free food that you want. So now I have to mince the garlic. I actually don't want to dirty my garlic mincer, so I'm just gonna try to chop it up as finely as I can. Now we're supposed to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I actually love tomatoes so much that sometimes I'll just eat straight up tomato paste. Alright, I don't know if that's 2 to 3 tablespoons. That's quite a bit, actually. Alright, because I feel like this camera angle is going to get boring, I'm going to switch to my phone. Okay. Audio should be synced up. Alright, so here I am. Sauteing the veggies. Don't mind my dirty skillet. Don't mind my dirty skillet, guys. It says to add tomato paste, deglaze the pot. Simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Wait, what? It says 1 cup of red wine or 1 cup of beef broth. Alright. I bought red cooking wine. I think that's good. I think it's deglazed, honestly. Alright, so now we're going to add this into the pressure cooker. Although I shouldn't, I'm going to eyeball this. Looks to be about a cup. Now I need to add a can of crushed tomatoes, dried oregano, dried thyme, bay leaf, chili flakes. Here I have the Cento ones. These are also really good for making pizza. I might make a video where I make pizza, so stay tuned for that. Now, these are supposed to be crushed tomatoes. I could crush them by hand, but I'm actually too lazy to do that, so I'm just going to pour them in and crush them with a potato masher, I think it's called. Now I could use this to pop my basil. Shit. Alright, as you can see here, I have the Cento tomatoes and whatever that is, and I'm just gonna crush that. Oh man. Alright, so I actually got sauce on my phone. Alright, so I want to speed through this. I'm gonna add the chuck. I'm just gonna jump to where the pasta's done because this is taking too long. Alright, so now I'm gonna put that to cook for an hour, and then we're gonna try it when it's done. I'm gonna do an hour, or sorry, I'm gonna do 70 minutes because it usually takes a while for things to get tender in my pressure cooker. All right, it is currently 7:45 p.m. and it has taken me 43 minutes to do this. I will come back with the results.
While I wait for the ragu to be done, I'm eating Ben & Jerry's.
All right, so my ragu sauce is done. It actually looks really good. And I'm boiling the pappardelle, and I have my parm right here. And it's gonna be done in a couple minutes. All right, I just plated it. The camera doesn't do it justice. It's better than it looks.
Okay, so as I'm watching this, I actually realized I was supposed to toss the pasta in a pan with the ragu sauce to help it stick to the pasta better, which is why it looks so funky.
All right, I'm all sweaty now. I'm gonna give this pasta a... this pasta's delicious, definitely make it. Thanks for watching.